Hi everyone, it's Renee here from JJ&J, and it's the end of a long day and I'm about to take my hair out of its ponytail, and I suddenly remembered once again all about Frank Starling's law. And what has that got to do with that? So when we're talking about Frank Starling's law, I want you to think of elastic bands. And it's describing a theory about cardiac function that's all about the relationship between preload and contractility. So in our previous TikTok, we explained those concepts. Ashlyn did a fantastic job. But now this principle is describing that if we stretch the ventricle, we should get a better contractility. So if I want to shoot something with this elastic band that's quite close to me, I'm going to pull it back and let go, and the strength of that shot is going to be proportional to how much I've pulled it back. If I want to shoot something a bit further away, I might pull it back even more to get that extra power. And that's what they are proposing in Frank Starling's law, basically. So if we stretch the ventricle, and how do we do that? The only way is to do it with fluid from the inside out, right? So if we give the patient more preload, more cross bridges will form in the myocardial cells, and they'll be able to produce a bigger shoot or contraction or systole or squeeze, and therefore it will also affect your contractility if your preload is good. But there is a caveat to this. If you've got a bit of heart failure, someone with a low EF perhaps, someone with a dilated ventricle, a sick heart failure, we already start to remodel those cells and they become more fiber laden. And if they're fibrous, they cannot stretch the way they used to. And then they reach a limit, and then we go into overload and we have pulmonary edema, and we can actually make the patient worse. So we need to look at all of these factors, but if we sit in the nice sweet spot in Frank Starling's law without overstretching or overloading a sick ventricle, and we have just enough preload, we will get a good contractility. Ow.